So, I don't know if anybody did this before I did, but I did this and I was proud of it. And there's documentation of it. Forgive me for not having the greatest triangle. Yeah, we all know. We all know what this is. Right? You got that. You got that right there. But what they don't talk about is the rest of the pyramid. What is the purpose of this? Well, you see, without these, we call them outliers, who are on the far outside, you know, meaning they're the weirdos and radicals, and you know, they just don't fit in with the rest of the normal people. If it weren't for these people, this foundation, which is all of the you know, poor people and stuff. Here's like your middle class, and obviously your ruling class up here. So the outliers are pretty much like these guys, except the weight of the ruling class and the middle class keeps this entire foundation in place. However, if it's physics now, we have this pressure going downward, and once it cannot go downward any longer, it has no choice but to go to the outside. If these outliers were not in place and were not strong enough to withstand the pressures of all of this and also all of this down here, it would all collapse. And that's why the pyramid is such a great metaphor for society and stuff. That's probably why we got the all-seeing eye and the pyramids on the dollar bills and stuff. But yeah, basically, if these outliers were integrated more into society and, you know, you see what we're getting at? The pyramid is not actually equilateral, so it just would upset the balance that the current ruling class likes to keep in order. So outliers are black-sheeped and gaslit and slandered and ultimately stigmatized. However, they're really no different than the ruling class. The only thing is that they were born in a different position. It's no secret that a lot of the ruling class are in the ruling class because they were born there. Whereas outliers typically were born down here. And they don't quite fit in, so what do? They go to the outside because the pressures from up here trickle down and force them, because everybody here, they recognize that they're down here, but they're like, man, we're just like these guys. You know, And these guys are like, man, we're here, but we are these guys. We're just like these guys. And then these guys are like, man, we don't really give a flying fuck. And then these guys at the same time are like, man, we don't really give a flying fuck. Because everybody in the pyramid knows where they are in the pyramid. It's just like, these guys are, birds of a feather flock together. These guys, birds of a feather flock together. These guys, however, are like, where are the birds of my feather? And then we look up and around us, and we're like, well, those guys might be the birds of my feather, but it seems like a lot of them are fucking assholes. And those guys are good people. Those guys are also good people, but not my people. Science.